Hey guys, so welcome back to another video, and in this one what I'm going to be going over is my Masters of the Universe collection. I thought, given that I had a lot of fun doing the Star Wars collection one, I was like, how about I'm gonna do another one of my collections? And Masters of the Universe is definitely one of my favorite toy lines of all time. And while it's not nearly as big as my Star Wars collection, I have a decent, diverse collection of various lines, some vintage, and a lot of the lines throughout the years. So I figured, you know what, I'll show you what I got. Like I said, it's not a ginormous collection by any stretch of the imagination, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So what I'm going to start with is my vintage collection, and I have a lot of my original loose uh, Masters of the Universe figures from back from when I was a kid. I don't have them all. I somehow found these in my parents' attic probably about 15 years ago, and it wasn't everything, but it was a lot of the main characters. So I was happy to at least have found these. So the first one which I have, and I'll show him with his trusty steed, is the original He-Man, and it's complete. It has all the weapons, and this was my original He-Man from back 1984, and here's my original Battle Cat. And again, it was complete, so it's pretty cool that I still have it. And also, and I don't know what happened to Panther here. He looks kind of nasty. But I have my original Skeletor with Panther, but it looks like he just has a lot of his fur is just coming off. You can see some of the black spots. So that's all it is, but it looks a little grimy. But again, these are from 1984, so I can't complain too much. Next is my original Prince Adam figure. I don't know, I always like the look of this figure. I just thought it was kind of eye-catching. So my original Prince Adam. And my original Ram Man. Gosh, I don't even remember this one's name. Clay or Clawful. Clawful. Buzz Off. Some of these had the weapons, some didn't. Thunder Punch He-Man, which is it was pretty cool. Let's see. This one, the leg keeps falling off. I'm gonna have to like glue it or something. But it is Battle Armor He-Man. Orco. One of my favorite figures, Manny Faces. And it all still spins around pretty good. So this one I always liked a lot. Just I like the look of them. Is Triclops. And last but not least, one of my favorite Masters of the Universe characters and figures, Trapjaw. So that is my original vintage Masters of the Universe collection, and those again are my original figures that I had from 1984 or so on. And next, and this, you guys I think will be pretty impressed with. This is an original, and it's not 100% complete, but it's pretty close. And I found this at a flea market probably about 10 years ago. It was just sitting on a toy vendor's table, and the vendor had $80 on it, and I didn't have to think twice on that. Even 10 years ago, that was a great deal. And it is in box, the original Castle Grayskull. Look at that. And it's in pretty decent shape. Just this side here is torn. That's where it opens. But it pretty much has everything in it. It's missing a few little pieces here and there. But other than that, it's complete. So, as a transition from the original Castle Grayskull, we're going to go to the reissued Castle Grayskull that came out earlier in 2021. And this is awesome. I love this. It's such a beautiful homage to the original. And having them next to each other, the boxes are identical. They're the same size. So it's definitely pretty cool. So now I'm going to show you guys the rest of my collection, which I basically just going to highlight in little montages. So without any further ado, and the word of this video is going to be Grayskull. Please be sure to comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And here you go. So here are the commemorative pieces that came out in the early 2000s. I have a few of them. I basically got my favorite characters, essentially. I got Faker, and I also do have a Battle Armor Skeletor, which is actually an original. I got Faker, Skeletor, and He-Man from that line. And here is the Origins line, the new one. And this is all the figures I have from this line. A lot of them are in protective cases, which look absolutely amazing. You can get them on Big Bad Toy Store. They are a little pricey, but they really make the figures stand out that much more. And I love this line. The nod to the original figures is just incredible. When you just look at it as a whole, it's really something special, honestly, because it makes it feel like you're going back to 1984 in a toy store looking at all the Masters of the Universe figures. And I love that they redid the He-Man and made his face look like the original face. Just such a great line. And I think I have pretty much all of them. Now here is the Classics line, which in my opinion, pound for pound, is the best line to ever have come out. However, it is very pricey. They originally came out on Matty Collector, which doesn't exist anymore. And they were, I don't even remember how much they originally were. I want to say they were about $50 a piece. There's one of my favorite characters, Manny Faces. It just looks incredible. But right now, this line, if you want to get the figures, I mean, even the cheapest ones are probably around $100. I was lucky that I actually bought them as they were released, aside from that trap jaw right there. I got that trap jaw recently, and I had to pay a pretty penny for it, but I love trap jaw. That's probably the best trap jaw to ever come out. That Beast Man is great, but it's an unbelievable line, and like I said, I was lucky that I got all of it, or most of it, at least when it originally came out. This Orco is cool. It actually comes with Prince Adam laying down there, but I wish Prince Adam would have been displayed. Now here is my Revelations collection. These I opened up because I think there's nothing special about the packaging at all. And like I said, I keep stuff in package when it helps the presentation of the figure. With Revelations, that's not the case at all. These look amazing out of package. And these actually rival, I think, the a Classics line, but obviously not the same quality, but pretty good. Here's the 2000X line. I have a bunch of these figures, not all of them, but a decent amount. For a long time, these figures were so cheap, and they're actually going up in price now. There's Orco down there. I think it's since the Revelation show came out. Now here's some just random figures and stuff that I have. This is also from a later figure from the Classics line, that Prince Adam. Here's that Scareglow from San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which I always rave about. Incredible figure. And the Sky Sled, the new Triclops, Savage He-Man, and Orco. The Man-at-Arms, or the playset there. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun going over this stuff. It's definitely one of my probably top three toy lines of all time. I would say for me, my top three toy lines would have been Star Wars, obviously, Masters of the Universe, and Transformers. Those were my top three. And just thinking about it, like growing up in the 80s, I mean, what a time to be alive. I mean, that was just such a great time to grow up because I don't think there's ever been better toys before or after that decade. And to grow up right in the midst of it, it was just so much fun. It was just a blast, and I think that's why a lot of people from my generation have such nostalgia for the toys from back then, is because it was just a great time. The toys were amazing, and it kind of created this pop culture where it was almost the beginning of kind of that geekdom, which has really come into full fruition now. So please be sure to, again, comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think is some of the coolest stuff that I have. What do you think I should maybe look into adding to it? Just let me know your thoughts. I'm always curious. So till next time, guys, take care.